As y'all can tell from the title of this video, today we are going to explore why Alien Skin is currently the most hated artist in Uganda. So buckle up and let's dive right into it. Alien Skin is an artist who blew up largely because of his unapologetic and controversial personality and captivating music. With tremendous amount of love and support, with his hit songs being overheard on repeat across radios, televisions, and most importantly, on social media platforms like TikTok, Alien Skin has managed to gain more than 1 million followers across his social media platforms. What's even more interesting is that these are organic numbers he's been able to pull since he boldly stated multiple times that he doesn't need help from the main street media. Throughout his music journey, he has become an internet sensation who drops catchy songs every now and then. It's a combination of this appealing music to the youth and his unapologetic personality that majority of the people find appealing about Alien Skin, and that's how he managed to accumulate an organic fan base throughout his music journey. His prominent days. Alien Skin's music career was already moving smoothly until this happened. Being perceived by majority of the people as a victim in this situation, Alien Skin attained numerous support from Ugandans within and outside the country. His career skyrocketed that the name of this self-made musician became the trending topic in Uganda, at that time almost becoming everyone's favorite artist. Keep in mind that Alien Skin hadn't openly made his political views known to the general public, plus mainstream media at that time. He was loved by most people within the entertainment industry and those affiliated with political movements, since he had defied barriers set by promoters and media personnel with a belief that he's a living proof that anyone can make it without begging for help or having to conform to old beliefs of success in the music industry. Why he is hated. It was not until Alien Skin started to openly disclose his political views that his adversaries started to throw shade at him, which put him in a defensive position, and it was time to hit back. As most people know, the name Bobi Wine is often repeatedly heard in Uganda's politics and entertainment industry, and it's because of this same name that Alien Skin started to receive heavy backlash from people who had recently been his fans. Bobi Wine's political influence in the entertainment industry. Before I make any criticisms, let me give you a quick story of how Bobi Wine came to be the most influential figure in the entertainment industry. That his name is the reason why this video had to be made. Bobi Wine is a musician, politician who joined politics with revolutionary ideologies, which unite Ugandans to fight against the current regime, led by President Museveni. His idea has always been that Museveni's regime is nothing but tyrannical, and it's about that time every Ugandan joined him to bring his regime to an end. That's not it all. Bobi Wine also perceives himself and his movement as the only truthful and dedicated wave of change that can do this task of overthrowing the current regime. This perception alone disqualifies any other party, even those on the opposition side, giving Bobi Wine and his party superior control over the opposition spectrum. According to his movement, Uganda has got a huge problem, that is Museveni, which needs to be solved. But instead of holding this point of view as personal and arguable, it's rather held as absolute truth that other politicians and political parties are considered to be sellouts that work hand in hand with the regime to keep it in power. This theory alone caused enough tension in Uganda, especially in the entertainment industry, creating a new slogan that you're either with them or against them. What this means is that if you're standing for the oppressed Ugandans, then you must follow behind Bobi Wine and his movement, while the rest of the people, even those who are not part of the current regime, are instantly labeled as their opponents and thus against their struggle for freedom. In other words, there can't be any other way around Museveni's tyrannical regime other than fighting against it, and thus being labeled as an oppressive regime, while Ugandans deemed as oppressed. So, since the struggle is between the oppressed versus their oppressors, room for neutrality completely dissolved. This impression created a political climate which left no room for people who aren't interested in political issues, or those who didn't feel comfortable disclosing their political views and sides. After all, political views are supposed to be personal, and no one should either be asked or forced to reveal which side they support, unless it's according to their will. Bobi Wine himself has a song that urges people not to be divided by political differences. Soon or later, sides had to be forcefully picked or forced upon those who didn't pick them, because if the battle is between the oppressed and their oppressors, everyone is judged according to these two classes, and that's when unapologetic Alien Skin had to make his political views known. He strongly disagreed with those who oppose the current regime, because in his own observation, they're not far different from those they oppose based on how they treat their opponents or individual people who don't buy their ideology. With his basic argument that if they're against the regime in power, why are individual citizens like him being harassed, boycotted, and character assassinated? Yet they're fighting against the same treatment from the current regime. Alien Skin's political views created a lot of tension within his fan base and media, where some people viewed them as personal attacks instead of criticisms. Before long, a fan base that was once united by music got divided into two radical sides because of Alien Skin's political views, and that's when the man himself knew that the jig was up. To those who prioritized politics more than anything else, Alien Skin became another opponent because of his lack of support for their struggle for freedom. He had to be discarded from the oppressed group because, if he was truly oppressed, he would have joined them, and that instantly put him in the oppressor's class, since the self-proclaimed moral superiors only view life in Uganda as a battleground between the two classes. So Alien Skin had to receive the same treatment as their oppressors, and that's when the struggle against Alien Skin began. According to him, he was forced into a defensive position, while wondering what those who are against him are up to. Yet they're preachers of equity. Like any other typical Ugandan wonders, if Bobi Wine and his supporters are fighting for equality for all, why are they not applying the same standards the fact that they're not in power yet? These are some of the questions that Alien Skin explores with some form of sarcasm, bringing about different reactions. His solid fan base does not seem to fold on him anytime soon, though, because they support him primarily for his personality and music, while his political views are secondary. Conclusion. Alien Skin is currently the most hated artist in Uganda, according to this time of recording, because of his personal conduct, but mainly because of the political tension within the country. The struggle against the current regime has caused more division within people who are victims of the same regime, to an extent that people like Alien Skin, people who have nothing to do with the oppression of anyone, can be plotted against simply because they show no support for a political movement. Probably, the majority of big names in the music industry, Those that decided to merge music and politics despise the name Alien Skin, that they would rather choose to team up to ensure his entire downfall. Anyways, if you guys made it this far, then that means you enjoyed this video. So consider dropping a like on it. And yeah, what do you guys think about this whole Alien Skin situation? Do you think he's currently the most hated artist in Uganda, or I'm just analyzing this stupidly? I don't really know, so let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you there. But most importantly, I will catch you in the next video. Peace, I'm out.